promotions today. Talk about the justice system. We got a few questions to ask them. Number one is, what you think is wrong with the justice system today?
I think our justice system is good. I do think that, you know, obviously there are, there are lopsided numbers in terms of incarcerations of African Americans, in particular African American males. I think that our justice system needs a lot more concentration on how to deal with more diverse people. I think if we do that, I think that you know, things will improve dramatically.
How was it growing up black back in the days with the justice system?
Back in the days, it makes it seem like I'm old. I am old, but honestly, I think it all depends on where you live. You know, I grew up in a lot of different places. I actually went to Fern Creek from the West End, but a lot of my teenage years were spent in Newburgh area when I went to Fern Creek and eventually Seneca. And I lived in the Norfolk area. It was hard. It was hard. A lot of times, police would. They didn't really bother me, but there were times when they would, you know, who are you? What are you doing out? You know, and honestly, it wasn't just white police officers there. I was harassed by a black police officer. A lot of people don't hear that too often, but it was tough because I felt like there were people always looking at me to do something bad, even though I wasn't that type of person, generalizing me and stereotyping me as one type of person that they see on TV. So I think a lot of times the media, you know, kind of hurts, kind of made it hard for, you know, for young black men. Yeah.
How long do you think that we can get the justice system back in shape?
Man, I don't know. I think that it starts with educating a new generation of lawmakers. You know, young people, they have to get out and vote. You know, vote on these judges, vote on the legislatures that are passing these laws. I think that's where it starts. You know, people realizing the importance of voting and that their voice must be heard. A lot of these young people now I'm seeing, I have a younger brother, man, I argue with them all the time about conspiracy theories. I'm like, man, just get out and vote, you know. So, and I think a lot of that is part of the issue is people not thinking that their voice is heard. And I think a lot of it is I can't be mad at him because that's just his life experiences, you know. So, but I think we got to start there, and then also pushing more minorities and into those positions, into legislatures, into the judges and lawyers and such.
Do you think black male and black female get treated the same?
I'm a black male. I'm going to say no. I don't think so. I think, and I'm just being completely honest here, I think that there's a big misunderstanding of black males. I think black females, now they both get stereotyped, and that's a huge issue. There are implicit biases that people have, but I think that there are gender differences between the two and how they're treated. I just personally noticed that black women they can get into more places. If you see, there's more black women teachers than there are black male teachers, if you've ever thought about it and just paid attention. I don't think that's by design or anything. I just think that the stereotypes on black males, you know, I think that just pushing young black males to know, hey, I can do those things, I can. So we'll get more of those people into the job force and into those positions, thereby projecting a different image, and hopefully, you know, they'll be treated the same. I don't know if that answered your question, but
I only have one more question.
Yes, sir.
To wrap it up. What would you change or do if you had control over the justice system?
What I would change, I would eliminate a lot of some of the laws that I think hurt African American communities. Not just African American communities, but poor communities, such as some of the drug laws. I think some of them are and I don't advocate for drugs at all, but I think that some of the laws are just a bit archaic, you know, and I think that it really, you know, you look at some of the white, what they call white crime or white collar laws. A lot of those they, you know, there's no comparison to some of the drug laws, you know, for if somebody's caught with marijuana or crack or something like that, which typically you'll find a lot of those types of things, meth, you know, in poor communities. Not exclusively, but you know, and there's more police presence too in those places. I wish I could change some of those laws. You know, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. You got any more questions?
No, I'm good.
Is that it? I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for asking these questions. Some good stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Alright, today we're here with Coach Basemore and we're going to be talking about the justice system. So, Mr. Basemore, what is wrong with the justice system?
You have to look at it from half glass, half full type of mentality, because there are things that are good with our justice system, but there's things that are bad with our justice system as well too. We have to have a justice system in place. Otherwise, criminals would just get to do whatever they wanted to. There would be no repercussions at all. But then, when the justice system doesn't work in the way that it's supposed to, in other words, protecting individuals, that's where you get the half glass, half empty full.
Did you experience any unfair judgment within your life?
Any unfair judgment in my life? No, I'm an angel. I always do the right thing.
Why do you think equality is important in the justice system now today?
You got to have equality because it's something that should, put it this way, if someone has done something wrong, yes, there should be a punishment for that. How severe is that punishment compared to what other people have done and they've done the same exact thing? That's where you have that toss-up. So you have to it has to be the same level playing field for everyone, not because of who someone is or where they live, their demographic, or anything like that.
All right, in your opinion, what is the cause of discrimination?
Good question. What is the cause of discrimination? The cause of discrimination dates all the way back to basically the divide you have. You have your poor, you have your rich, you have your black, you have your white. Everyone wants some type of divide that says, hey, you're not like me. That's where all that plays in it. And some people won't let it go. Some people feed it into younger generations, and you keep having this over and over. Basically, a lot of this should have ended a long time ago, but it hasn't.
Why do you think it hasn't ended a long time ago?
Why do I think it hasn't ended a long time ago? But no, just like I said, that you have generation that is basically poured it into someone else. You know, I'll put it this way. If you put the two kids that are of different races or different nationalities, you put them in the same sandbox, they're going to play with each other. Unless someone comes and tells them, hey, you shouldn't be playing with him because he lives over here, or he's from here, or he's of this nationality.
All right, my last question for you today is, how was it growing up black?
If you're asking me how it was for me growing up black, if you ask if I've ever faced any type of discrimination, yeah. I'm 41 years old. Somewhere along my life, I have had the chance to experience discrimination. I had to have parents that broke it down to me to make me understand that, hey, this is the reason why this is happening, but there's nothing wrong that you have done at all. But don't you put that discrimination on anyone else because you know how you didn't like to be treated.
All right, thank you. Is there anything else you would like to say before we end?
Yes, I have my own business. It is www.newlifefilms.com. If anybody needs video,